All right, hey, Karla, we are live.
We are live and trying to dance.
Karla, you know why we're here?
Because you said, hey, Karla, you want to go live? And I said, yeah, let's do that. Are we here for any other special reason, Cale?
Yes.
Tell us what it is.
It is now the 3-year anniversary of our Global Improv Project. Oh no, my cake is disappearing.
It's about to really disappear. We gave Cale a cake challenge at our rehearsal for one of our global teams. That's right, it's 3 years. It's crazy. That's amazing. That's wonderful. 2020. We started.
What a year that was.
2020, we started our Global Improv Project. We had some amazing auditions. We thought, let's get a team. We picked 3 teams. Woo! Thanks to Taryn, Cale's partner, for creating this cake that is making Cale make wonderful faces.
Ask me about the cake.
Okay. So Cale's challenge is to eat this whole cake before this video is done.
Before we're done, this is going to be gone. So, but I'm eating this on your behalf because it's the people that we connected with along the way that are the real heroes.
The real dessert. Yeah, the real dessert.
They're the real treat. This has been so amazing and so fun. When we started it, I had no intention that 3 years later we would still be doing this.
Right. We started with 3 teams, and then we added 2 more teams, and then we added 2 more teams last year, and we still have 5 teams that are still performing and rehearsing online. Over like 40 performers from like at least 3 continents, but lots of countries.
For 3 years. How unusual is it for an in-person team to still be together 3 years later, an improv team?
Yeah, and we have like a significant chunk of these folks that have been with us since day one, and we've of course added some folks as we've gone along. But it is a pleasure and a joy. I will tell you, those of you who don't know me that well, mornings not my friend. And I get up at 8:00 in the morning to coach a team all over the country. It's the next day for some of them. It's dinner time and evening time for some of them. And it's just, it's my wake up call on Sunday mornings that I enjoy very, very much.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about this at one of our team rehearsals. It was one of them that reminded me that it's been 3 years. And they even pulled out the original email that we sent. And Karla and I originally were just trying to keep things going in the city, just doing something for our performers here locally. I'll tell you about the cake in a minute. It's a very special cake.
It's a very special cake. Are we going to die before this is over? Should I be worried? Am I an accessory to a crime? What's happening?
If you'd like the recipe for the cake, in the comments, if you're watching, just send that to us. And if you have any questions for me,
we should check the feed. I wasn't even paying attention.
Your questions, your comments, we'd love to hear what your thoughts and memories are.
Yeah.
Well, we said, pandemic happened, things were crazy. I don't need to go over all that. Everybody remembers the panini, and we wanted to do some stuff just to keep the local community engaged and skills sharp, whatever. We had some really great fun events. We took a flyer and reached out to like some improv greats and did virtual sessions with TJ Jagodowski and Dave Pasquesi and Colin Mockery and
Jill. Thank you. I couldn't remember her name. Sorry, Jill. I love you.
Jill, if you're watching, put in the comments how you feel about Karla. And so we were just doing workshops and jams and things just for us to stay connected together, which some people in the community here locally did not care for. They did not want that. But what we found was like there's a lot of people from all over that were dropping in. And so after like the first couple, I remember saying, "This is kind of cool."
It is. And shout out to Ofer, who has been with us since our very first online event and is still part of Close Distance, our global team. Oh, yeah, we should shout out the teams. So, our first three teams, we had Close Distance, which is a lovely team. A lot of folks spread across Europe and India, and then we have some folks in the Philippines. And I have the joy and privilege of being a player on that team. And then we had Smells Like a Ghost. This was more of a U.S. team with some Philippine, the Philippines are representing. Let me just say, with some Filipinos, and then look who's online. Emily from Australia was watching us. Hello, Emily. Um, and they are still growing strong as our Close Distance. And then we had our team Ridgely, which again was mostly a North American team. We had some Canadians, another Filipino. I'm telling you how Filipino representing. And that was Team Ridgely that I had the joy of coaching. And we were around for about 2 years, and we retired last year. And then we added Trash Kingdom and the Tooth Fairy Conspiracy. And then we added Horrible Friends of Mine, which you can catch their murder mystery once a month. And then we took our Now Are the Foxes, which is our local team here, global as well. So we have some folks from Canada and Australia and all over the U.S. that are performing. So it's been like, I can't even put into words what it has done for me. It has altered my universe in ways that I can't even sometimes comprehend, as far as the connections, the creativity, the joy, the satisfaction, my ability to learn time zones.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you what, at the Thanksgiving dinner, time zones comes up, I'm like, let me tell you what, I'm a time zone master now. I can tell you all about time zones.
I'm still working on Australia. I've gotten that far over now. I just got to figure out all the Australian time zones.
So, okay.
Oh my gosh! Wait! Go back up and show how much you've eaten of it already. Holy shit! I'm sorry. I just swear right here, y'all.
This is for everybody. I'm doing it for you, Global Queen City College.
The next live video will be Cale in the bathroom.
So this is a boozy tres leche cake.
Oh, it's boozy.
It's got a cake, tres leche cake, but instead of 3 different types of milk, it's got 3 different types of booze. It's got some
hence why, if you were watching earlier and Cale's eyes got very large, that would be why.
It's a lot stronger than I thought. So.
Yeah. So how do you feel about these global teams and 3 years? And not just of our teams, we've been working with instructors all over the world, just amazing people who I dreamed of being in a place and learning from. So that's been amazing as well.
Yeah, it's really opened my eyes to just the broader improv community, which was part of Queen City Comedy's mission and what we were trying to do in Charlotte. And, you only know how big your box is, but once you step outside the box, you see it's huge. So it's been amazing to get connected to so many talented people that I respect and admire, and then to get to work with them every week. It's a constant source of joy and connection and learning. It's just amazing. The team Close Distance on Sunday, a good 20 minutes of rehearsals always spent talking about something that's happening in a part of the world that I'm not familiar with. Somebody who knows what's going on.
Learning about each other's holidays, that's always a fun one. Yeah, I think a lot of our teams, probably the first 15 to 20 minutes is just catching up and connecting. And I know during the pandemic, we needed that so much. And I think we sort of established this culture where it's check in first, play second. And it's really amazing to feel that people interested in you and that supported of you. And for me, it's translated off of Zoom into real life when I had the opportunity last year to travel for the first time. And one of the folks I coach here in Charlotte was like, I can't believe you went to 3 countries all by yourself. And I was like, but I was never by myself. Like, there were people in Ireland that were there to take care of me and help me and text me and make sure I got home okay. There were people in London and England and even Wales. I was kidnapped and toured around Wales by the most lovely people. Yeah, so it's like I feel like I can go anywhere in the world now almost and feel like it's home, or that I'll be welcomed and taken care of, which is like a feeling I can't even imagine was possible.
Yeah, I shout out to Karla. You've done I'll do third party information. Let me tell you folks about Karla. Karla's done an amazing job at really taking a potentially negative situation like the pandemic and leveraging it the most and creating connections and networks that didn't exist before. And so the Queen City Comedy is still here 3 years later because of the work that Karla did and just connecting us with the right people and all those brilliant people I was just saying that it's such a joy to meet before. They all came to us through Karla, pretty much. And then to take that a step further, and now I'm going to go to those places. I haven't done that yet. I met exactly one of the virtual.
Was that Saturday?
it was this week. And Karla's got like a whole list.
Well, I will try to take that compliment because I'm working on taking compliments, which is not an easy thing for me. But I always like to put out what I can, and I hope that people give back. And it's been such a giving community. It's just been amazing. Just I'm sorry, I'm just watching you eat this cake, and your eyes are like popping out of your head. Kale will be drunk when this call is over. But yeah, it's been and it's been a group effort, right? We have folks like Jen Dahan that are running our improv jams now. We have folks like Jen Bianchi that have been coaching teams for us.
Shout out to Jen Bianchi.
Yeah, all these great instructors that keep coming back, like a Jay Succo and David Escobedo and Chris Mead, John Nguyen, all these fantastic folks that are keeping online improv going because it is a community, and for some it's their community of choice, and for others it's the community that they have to play in because of distance, because of accessibility, or whatever it may be. And I keep saying, as long as I open a Zoom room and people show up, we will keep doing this.
That's good. I say I'm on to the last stop. So people tell me it's not a thing anymore, Cal. Nobody wants this, which I've been told many times.
Did you save me that cake for Taryn, or did you eat it all?
I should say a little bit.
Yeah, we'll say that Cale has completed his task because Taryn did all the work, and we want to make sure his beautiful, wonderful, supportive partner gets some of that cake.
Let me ask. So what's next, Karla? 3 years now. What's left to do?
My dream is for us to hold something in Charlotte, like an intensive weekend, or some sort of a special event where we can hopefully bring some of these folks together. I mean, we hold a festival every year. But I think like something specifically where we can, for this amount of money, you can come and be housed, and we can bring in some of these great instructors, and just really like let that community thrive here in person. Charlotte's not necessarily the best place for it, but we have incredible other places outside of Charlotte in North Carolina. Like North Carolina is a great place for it. Maybe not Charlotte. There's beautiful beaches and mountains and all sorts of other places to think of. So that's one of my things I would really love to sort of put together is bring everyone here. Let's see who all can meet up and spend some time together.
I love that.
Yeah.
I would love to continue to figure out virtually what's possible and what people have an interest in. I'm just amazed that because I get it during the pandemic, right? That there was nothing, and so this is better than nothing. But now, every week when we log on, we hear about what people are doing in person. And it's like so many exciting things, and which festivals they're going to, and what shows they're putting together. But the fact that they are still coming here for this community and for these teams is just amazing and a testament to the amazing people that are part of this.
Yeah, it's a testament to the quality of people as well as the quality of performers, I think. Because I think it does, we use that word community so much in the improv world, and I probably use it 20 times more than everyone else. But I feel like for me, that just means people who care about each other and support each other. And I think that's what I have seen and been, privileged to have during the pandemic. I even think if we do the in person, Kale, we can work it out so that it can be hybrid. That's the word, right? So we can be teaching classes in person and have our hybrid learners, our online learners there on screen as well. So we can take our two worlds and put them together. So if you can come in person, great. And if you can't come in person, you can see other people's legs.
2 words for you, Karla. Holograms.
I need a hologram of George of the Mountains and a hologram of Diana Brown. No, I need them in person more, but I will take a hologram.
Yeah, we have the first ever hologram improv festival. I would love for folks, and we'll ask this more formally in other places as well, but here, and feel free to send us to info@Queen City Comedy. What else would you like to see? What else would you be interested in that we could do as part of
What's the future? What's the future? What do you want? I mean, we have our ideas. We continue to do the things that we've been doing, trying to find instructors that are you haven't learned from before, or we're still teaching online. But what else could we do? I mean, we've done happy hours and game nights and question and answer sessions with greats and all sorts of fun things. So
yes, what else could we do? But also, who else could we do? So everybody knows.
Cake is getting to him. The cake.
Cake is starting to come. Everybody knows someone that maybe would enjoy this. We've just recently added to our team several people that weren't on the first wave and weren't part of it 3 years ago, but would love to be a part of it now. Everybody knows somebody that maybe for whatever reason isn't in an improv community and can't go and do stuff in person, or can't go as frequently as they would like, or because of whatever circumstance, they're not able to fully enjoy in-person stuff. We'd love to get connected with them. And everybody knows somebody that could teach a killer workshop or coach a team or lead a class. Everybody probably knows somebody who right now is on the picket line and could use some extra income.
Yeah, actors, writers, reach out. We got a place for you to make a little money. Yeah. I mean, we can't quite make up for that money, but we can at least get you some McDonald's money or whatever, right. Cable money, whatever it might be.
We don't got Netflix money, but we do have enough money to pay your Netflix.
So there you go. We did have a question. I wanted to know if we could do more TikToks instead of Zooms. I will leave that to our resident TikToker, Cale.
Who said that? Who asked that question? Are they making fun of me?
That was Caleb Van Voorhees.
Caleb, you son
of So yeah, talk about our TikTok. We do have a TikTok. I'm too old to work that shit, so Cale does it.
You know, I was just talking to somebody this week about getting some help, and I said, just go look at it, and you'll see how much.
Yeah, it could use a little up. Yeah, if you want to help us out in any way, right? We are happy to do. You help us with TikTok, we'll give you some free workshops. I don't know if folks know, Cale. It's pretty much just you and me running this entire Queen City comedy. They might look like a global world, but it's just two people sitting here on a Zoom week after week, coming up with things that we hope folks will enjoy. So
well, yeah, part of what I hope we do is kind of divide the work that nobody wants to do and multiply the work that everybody wants to do.
Yo, that sounds so good.
Yeah, and so when it comes to like just keeping the lights on, that's Karla and me. But there are a ton of people that really we couldn't have gotten this far without.
Yeah, I mean, we have folks out there that are artists, that are like social media content makers, all that kind of stuff. Like, if you have ideas, please help us spark things up a bit. And we would love to have more voices than he's licking the cake now, than just me and Cale. And we recognize that we represent a small section of the population, and when we talk about a global community, it needs more than just mine and Cale's voices. So, Cale, what's one of the things you're most proud of that we've done in 3 years?
I mean, honestly, what I was saying earlier about you and what you've been able to do, I feel proud about that to help facilitate that in some small way.
Thanks. I think for me, it's our scholarship program that I think I'm most proud of. That was something I was very, and you were very passionate about in the beginning, is making money not a barrier, in hopes to
You
really
said in the
provide those
beginning, like I'm not
opportunities.
passionate
Oh, you're still passionate about it. That sounded like crap. I'm sorry, but like in the beginning, like we were so excited, we just didn't know how to go about it. That's more of what I was trying to say. And we've had donations. Our instructors have been the most generous human beings that you can imagine, and we're averaging. 1/4 of all of our students are not paying for classes for a variety of reasons, whether it be financial access or whatever reason. And we have those beautiful scholarships out there. Um, and I think that's one of the things I'm really, really proud of.
I'm super proud of the high caliber of workshop leaders and class leaders that we've had. This is something you made to promote last year, I think, or actually in 2021.
Oh yeah.
Just a list.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, just so many amazing people. Oh, you got Kevin McDonald on there.
Of course, Kevin McDonald, our bestie.
Yeah, and Paul Valancourt, and so many talented people. So that was just 2021. So since then,
and some of those people we've met in person now. So, or they're coming to our festival in a couple of weeks to teach for us. Tashika's coming. Diana's coming. We had Stephanie Ray last year. So we're bridging the gap. We're bringing it. Cale will have met more than one person.
I met more than one. I met Stephanie last year.
That's right, you did. Oh yeah, Tashika surprised us at the festival last year. A beautiful surprise and delight. So, Cale, tell us how that cake was and how you're feeling with your triple liquor cake.
It is a little warm in here. The cake is now gone. I did not say the piece. I am
no.
regretting it, and I had done pretty good on my calorie counts for this week.
Well, Cale will be fasting until Friday.
But I blew it for you, for all of you at Queen City College. Thank you.
Happy Global-versary to all of you all.
I want you all to have a piece of cake at some point this week and think about online improv.
Thank you all again for supporting us, and hopefully we'll see you in a Zoom room soon, or maybe in person.
And you know what that means? 3 years in, I got skills. Thanks, everybody.